Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I thought I would film a pregnancy update. So this is definitely going to be real and raw. I'm going to be telling you my experiences in this pregnancy so far. I've written down a few things that I can remember off the top of my head because I didn't want to come on and do this video and not remember anything. So I've wrote as much down as I can. There's some things in there that people might think, you know, we don't want to know that. So yeah. Let's get straight into the video. So the first thing I wanted to mention is feeling faint. I had this with Cole, and I think I have actually mentioned this in a video previously, but around, like, I can't remember exactly, I think it was 20 weeks with Cole, not really too sure, but in this pregnancy I first started going dizzy properly when I was having my hair cut, and that was quite a few weeks ago, to be honest, quite a few weeks ago. And I was having my hair cut and I had to stand really still in the kitchen, stood up whilst she was cutting my hair. And I just felt sick all of a sudden. I started to have a headache. I started to feel unwell, and that is a sign that I'm going to faint if I don't sit down. So I had to sit down, and that was my first sign that I was going dizzy again. And that was really early on, to be honest. And I mentioned it to my midwife when I saw her, and she said it's probably low blood pressure. I don't think it's your iron right now, and they're not going to check it until 24 weeks. So for me, I think I don't really know what it was, because my blood pressure was low. Apparently it was quite low. And then I went to the doctors the next day and it was normal. So I'm really confused. But I don't know what's causing it, I don't know what causes it, but it is something I experience in every single pregnancy, and it is not fun. I think with Cole it was worse than it is now, because I would go into a shop and have to literally sit down in the middle of the shop, no matter where I was, and have a drink and just rest, because I just felt so sick, so dizzy and so unwell. It potentially could be due to my iron levels. I did have vitamins that I was going to take, but it looks like I've been them, and I don't know why. I don't think I've been them. I can't remember binning them, but they're not in my medicine cupboard, so I'm really confused on what's happened to those. But I usually take those because they include everything that you need for the baby, and these are gummies. They aren't tablets. They're little gummies that you take, two gummies after your main meal of the day, and that's got everything in it that you need: folic acid, iron, etc. But yeah, in terms of the dizziness, it is not fun, and I get really worried because I do tend to go out a lot on my own with Cole, so it's quite worrying when I could potentially just want to faint but be fine the next minute. And it is worrying, especially when you've got a young toddler. He obviously doesn't know what's happening, and the last thing he wants is to find me on the floor. Because if he sees me getting in a state or anything like that, he starts to then get anxious. I don't know if anyone else's kids do that, but if I start to cry or anything like that, he then starts to cry. So I have to be careful of my movement and what I do around him, because he does get really anxious, bless him. I think he thinks that I'm hurt, and if I'm crying, he starts to cry, and it's honestly the saddest thing. But yeah, fainting is something I experience in every single pregnancy. I haven't actually fainted. Let's hope not. But it is something that I experience. I go really dizzy to the point I am going to faint. I get all the symptoms that I'm going to faint. But thankfully I sit down and I'm okay. Another one which most pregnant people probably experience is tiredness. My tiredness starts at a certain point of the day. So I will be fine throughout the day, but it'll get to 3 o'clock and I'll start to go really tired, and I'll start to feel drowsy, and basically it feels like I've never slept in my life. And some nights I can be like quite bad, and I just want to sleep, and I'll be falling asleep and things like that because I'm that tired. Sometimes it does happen where all of a sudden at any point of the day I'll go really tired, and I won't be able to kind of focus on anything, if you know what I mean. Like, I won't be able to like get up and do the cleaning or go and cook a meal or anything like that, because I literally just go so tired to the point I'm falling asleep, and it's it's just not fun. I hate when that happens because I can cope with feeling tired after 3 o'clock, but what I can't cope with is when my body decides it just wants to be tired all of a sudden. I think what doesn't help is I went to the Jonas Brothers concert and I didn't get in until 1 o'clock in the morning, and then Cole woke up at 5, so I only had 4 hours sleep, and I was fine when I woke up, but then throughout the day I started to feel worse, and then we went upstairs into my room and watched a movie in there, and I just put my head on the pillow and I started to like rest my eyes. I wasn't like going to sleep, I just like closed my eyes literally for a millisecond, and it made me so tired, so I would not recommend doing that. And throughout the rest of the day I just couldn't function because I was just so tired. But yeah, tiredness is something that's hitting me a lot more recently. After 3 o'clock every single day, I think for the past week now, I'm tired. Like, I look like I've not slept in a year, and it's just not fun. In terms of cravings, I have craved everything sweet in this pregnancy. At the beginning of my pregnancy, I just wanted sweet things before I found out the gender. If you guys don't know, I'm having a little girl, and I still want sweet things. I just want anything sweet, chocolate, sweets. And that is a little bit unlike me, I'm not going to say, because I don't eat chocolate loads. Like, I will eat chocolate, but I'm not a massive chocolate fan. Like, I won't get a food shop and order chocolate every single time because I'm not a huge chocolate fan. It gives me quite bad toothache, to be fair, and so does sweets, so that's why I tend to not really have sweet things, because it gives me toothache. I've got really bad sensitivity. But this pregnancy is literally all I've wanted. I think there was about a week of my pregnancy where I just wanted chocolate bars, and I literally would do anything for a chocolate bar because I just really fancied them. I'll try and say some of the things that I've like craved in terms of sweets. Chocolate bars are definitely one of them. Maltese Easter bunnies, pancakes, fondue. So if you guys don't know what I mean by that, I just mean like basically melted chocolate and fruit. That was a big craving. And do you know the red pencils that you can get? I think that's what they're called, pencils. I absolutely love them. Also, the sour belts you can get from major supermarkets when you get like 3 for £1. I'm obsessed with those also. And also them bubblegum bottles. Oh my goodness. I went to York the other day. Well, last week. And I got a bag and it had the biggest bubblegum bottle in there, and I was just so happy. Like, my cravings had been fulfilled. I was so happy. Yeah, but if you ask anyone, I'm not really a sweet person. Like, I will eat sweets now and again, and I will have like some sweets and stuff. I'm not a hater of sweets or anything. I just tend not to eat them because my teeth can't take it. But throughout this pregnancy, it's all that the babies wanted, so it's all I've had. I can't remember experiencing this with Cole. I might have done, but I can't really remember. Oh yeah, I did. With Cole, the smells that I couldn't stand was farting and burping. And I know that probably sounds really gross, like people probably don't like that anyway, but like seriously, I used to get really angry if anybody farted or burped in front of me when I was pregnant with Cole, because I hated it and I just found it so cringy and disgusting and unhygienic and everything. I hated it. With this baby, I do not like the smell of baby wipes, but it's one specific one that I absolutely hate the smell of. It literally makes me want to gag every single time I use them. These are the Hop baby wipes. If I had any around me, I'd show you so I could show you what I mean. But these are just cheap wipes. I actually think I got these from Body Care, and these are just the wipes, the biggest pack of wipes that they did, and there was £1, but they absolutely stink and I hate them. I've not hated any other wipes this pregnancy, but it's these specific ones that I honestly cannot stand the smell of. I feel like every time I use them, I need to put a peg on my nose because I absolutely hate the smell. It's so awful. It makes me feel sick. I don't know, it's probably just the pregnancy because I've never been bothered about wipes before, but now I don't like wipes. Something that can be quite normal during pregnancy is your mucus plug coming away quite early. I think that I've been losing a little bit of mine throughout the past few days, and I'm 22 weeks pregnant. I don't know how many days, we don't know that. We're definitely not up to date like it was with Cole. If you would have asked me how far along are you with Cole, I would have told you the week and the day, but this time I'm just like the week because I have no idea. So yeah, I'm 22 weeks and I think my mucus plug has been coming away, but I'm not concerned, and I'm not concerned because they actually grow back, and people have lost them quite early on and it's grew back. So I'm not concerned, but I do think I have been losing it the past few days. Again, like I said, I'm not concerned, but it has been something that I'm experiencing, completely different to Cole. I never experienced this with Cole as far as I can remember, but yeah, didn't experience anything like this with Cole. In terms of clothing, I am feeling very uncomfortable in the majority of the clothes I own. If you see me, I will probably be wearing leggings or a dress if it's a really warm day. I don't tend to wear dresses out because I'm not that confident and I feel really unconfident in things like that. But yeah, majority of the time when I'm at home, I'm either in my pyjamas or I'm in leggings. The only time I'm in leggings is if I need to go out. So if I know that I need to go for a walk or to the shop, plan to go somewhere, then I will wear leggings with a jumper or just a plain t-shirt like I've got on. To be honest, leggings are the only thing at the minute that I feel that I can get myself into, because there's a lot of pyjamas that I've got that are quite tight, so they give me a lot of pain in my tummy. Also underwear as well. Some of my underwear can be quite tight and that gives me a lot of pain and makes me feel uncomfortable, and I have to be very careful when it comes to clothing. If it's tight or anything like that, I need to take it off, because otherwise it leaves me in pain all day because it's putting too much strain on my belly and my bump. Because if you look at me, you actually can't tell that I've got a bump. You can tell in the thumbnail that I've got on, but it's literally the tiniest bump. Like honestly, it's hardly there at all. You won't really be able to tell. If you didn't know I was pregnant, you probably wouldn't have guessed that I was pregnant. But I think I was the same with Cole. People think I'm bigger this pregnancy, but I don't know. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm that big with this one. But I don't think I was with Cole either. So it's very hard to find pregnancy clothes. I actually ordered some trousers from Lasula, and I've not showed you on a vlog because I'm not going to lie, I don't really like them. But I ordered some trousers off Lasula and I don't like them. I couldn't even fit them over my bum very well, and they're very straight. So with me, I like to wear like skinny jeans and things like that. I don't like any straight leg kind of thing, and these are straight leg and they're just not great. And I've got quite small legs, as in width and height, quite small and dinky, so it's really hard for me to be able to find trousers and things like that. That's the biggest thing for me. I hate ordering them online because I always regret it because they never fit me. So I don't understand why I keep doing it to myself, really. But maybe one day I'll learn. Let's talk boobs. Why not? So with Cole, my boobs didn't increase. They didn't get bigger. I didn't leak milk or anything like that. With this one, my first sign of pregnancy was my nipples. They were just huge. It might sound gross. Again, if you guys don't want to listen to this, then just click off. But I'm going to be realistic. They were a lot bigger than what they usually were. So that's what I found really weird at first. And then I got to about 7 weeks pregnant and they started leaking. And they have been leaking since. Not on the daily or anything. Like, they'll just leak every so often. But they do still leak, and they're very sensitive. Like, you can't touch them because it's actually quite painful to touch them, to be honest. Like, it's not horrific because when my milk comes through, that's more horrific. This is nothing like that, but it is quite sensitive and quite sore. So I definitely got a lot bigger in this pregnancy. I'm not saying I've got like double D's, absolutely not, but I am quite flat-chested. I don't really have a lot of boob. I wasn't really blessed with big boobs or anything like that. As much as I would like to have been, I'm not. So they have grown this pregnancy, but after I had Cole, they shrunk massively. This pregnancy they've got bigger. I'm hoping after pregnancy is going to treat me well and stay the same size, just be less painful. So that's all I need to update you on there. He is also really, really active. This is definitely a baby that is a lot more active than Cole was, because Cole would kick, but nothing like she does. Absolutely nothing like she does. Me up the other morning at 6 a.m. because I felt her kicking. She decided that she wanted to rave at 6 a.m. in the morning. It was delightful. I'm usually up half an hour later anyway, so I'm guessing she was just waking me up early. Thing really, because Cole woke up not long after that. Yeah, I think that's all I have to update you guys on so far in my pregnancy. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please smash a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would be extremely grateful. And if you haven't already, please get that notification bell to notify you every single time I upload a video, and I will see you in my next video.